National reaction to the death of Nelson Mandela. And our United Nations correspondent Stephen Fee joins us now from the UN with the latest there.
Yeah, Mike, absolutely. Nelson Mandela was frequently referred to as the highest embodiment of the values of the United Nations. Indeed, his portrait graces the halls here at the UN complex. His words continue to echo in the General Assembly Hall just behind me. He spoke here just months after he was released from prison in 1990. Indeed, just moments after the announcement of his death, members of the Security Council here at the UN, who were in the middle of another meeting, stood and observed a moment of silence. It's a rare occasion that you see those 15 members agreeing on anything. Then just 15 or so minutes later, we heard from Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, who extended his condolences from the United Nations. Let's take a listen.
Look, this is what such a great man said. This is a real sense of human decency and humility. And I am deeply grateful for what he has left during his lifetime to make this world just and fair and equal for everybody.
And you know, the Secretary General is often known for being quite understated. He also recalled meeting Nelson Mandela in 2009, where he applauded Mandela for helping end apartheid in South Africa. And Mandela told him there were hundreds of people, known and unknown, who helped end the struggle. And of course, some of Mandela's most momentous speeches were given in the General Assembly Hall. Indeed, even at his last address to the General Assembly as President of South Africa in 1998, he was ever the reformer, ever the critic, calling for the UN to embrace the diversity of the world and embrace justice the way that he did throughout his lifetime.
We have to learn the wisdom and determinations and commitment of President Mandela to make this world a better for all. That is why I really wanted to express my deepest admiration and respect to President Mandela and people of South Africa.
And of course, we have to remember that the United Nations is here in New York City. Indeed, on his arrival in 1990, he was given a hero's welcome, a ticker tape parade. Thousands of people came to the streets to hear him speak in Harlem, just about a 20-minute drive up the street here. And of course, he received a standing ovation here at the General Assembly, a rare moment for any world leader in a venue where words can often be hostile. He was certainly a man who had a lot to teach a lot of the world leaders who meet here at the GA every year.
You know, Stephen, the remarkable thing about Nelson Mandela is here's a man who was able to meet somebody midway, and there was reconciliation, and that's what the UN really is supposed to be about. And all too often we see nothing but bickering. He really is kind of a touchstone of what's possible, isn't he?
Absolutely. And Mandela himself said that he hoped he had inspired a generation of leaders who would restore human dignity, the dignity that was, of course, taken away from him. And, of course, the sad coincidence, of course, of losing Mandela today, the UN just passed a resolution to support an African Union and UN-supported force in Central African Republic, where we're seeing, again, accusations of war crimes and other atrocities. So while Mandela was often very reflective, he was still very critical of the world around him. He was critical of the 2003 Iraq War. He expressed concern over the continuing warfare in Rwanda during his presidency and afterward. This was a man who was firmly engaged in these issues and still felt that this body had a long way to go.
Stephen Fee with the reaction there at the UN in New York. Thanks so much.